Laborious Lovers.
In this episode one, we're going to meet with Elena Recla, an IE alumni, ex-legal clinic labber that graduated in 2019 and is now waiting to pursue her LL.M in intellectual property and information law at King's College London. Elena is an extremely hardworking and motivated individual whose dream is to one day return to Madrid and gain different and new experiences working in the law firm of her choice. Hi, Elena. How are you doing today?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing absolutely wonderful. Are you in Madrid right now?
Yes, I'm here dealing with the heat. How
That's
about you?
awesome.
Where are you?
I'm in Amsterdam right now, and it is just as equally hot, and there's no wind, so it's not very good. In speaking yesterday with you about your life prior to IE, you said there was a multitude of reasons as to why you chose the university. Do you think you could perhaps elaborate on a few of those reasons?
Yeah, sure. So very briefly, there were two main reasons why I decided to join IE. And I was really looking forward to join an international environment because I really wanted to meet people from all over the world and share the university experience with them. But at the same time, I always wanted to live in Spain because I love the Spanish culture, I love the Spanish language. And I believe that IE was offering me the perfect match because I could still have these two things put together. So I could be in an international environment, yet living in Spain. And I'm actually really happy to have taken this decision because I really loved my time there.
As you studied in LOB at your time during IE, I'm sure your workload was rather challenging throughout the year. Me personally, I just wanted to know what exactly made you choose to take the legal clinic lab, and also what did you gain from your time there?
So I basically wanted to gain some more practical experience because it is something that I was missing from my study. So I believed that the legal clinic could actually give me that, and it did. It gave it to me because we would be working with law firms and with lawyers and master's students. So I got to work on practical cases to meet with clients. So I would understand how the dynamics of a law firm are and how you would have to hand in the cases and how you would collaborate with other people in a law firm. So I would think it's very good, especially in the first years of university when it's not that easy to actually get an internship, but you still can have some practical experience while working with your university. So you have some people helping you out, but still you get to work with real lawyers.
That's awesome. So this summer, in the communications lab, we have our intensive period with our classmates and colleagues where we work around 4 hours a day on our communications lab tasks. I just wanted to ask if this was something that you also had to do in the summertime of your lab, and if so, what was your favorite moment from the intensive period?
Yes, I also had to do it. And I believed that I actually liked it more because I could take on more tasks and I could focus more on what I was doing and not have to split my time between uni work and the legal clinic. So I believe that the time I loved the most was actually being able to spend time with the other members of the club and get together and work all together in the same space and spend some more time together and do activities outside because it was summer. So I believe that was the best part. So you could actually spend more time with people, let's say. Yeah.
Awesome. So we briefly spoke earlier about you graduating a few years ago in 2019, and I just had two final questions to ask you. Is there anything in particular that you miss about IE in terms of the university, your course, or the legal clinic lab? And in addition to this question, have you kept in touch with any of your old classmates or Sarah Sanchez?
Yes, I really miss the university life, some days more and some days less. And especially sometimes I do miss going to class. And when I was working, I would sometimes miss some of the classes. And I would have loved to go back and maybe ask one or two questions more and hear again what the professors would have to say. Yes, I still keep in touch with some of my classmates, and I still meet up with them quite often, although most of them are not in Spain anymore. And I have also been speaking with Sarah, and I owe a lot to her, and she has been the one actually making me passionate about IP. So we would often talk about this and exchange some emails to see how we were doing.
Awesome. Thank you, Elena, for your answers. You spoke briefly about wanting to go back to your professors and the classes and ask a few questions, which is perfect as it brings us into the next segment, which is going to be the quiz part. I'm going to ask you one question. I'm going to give you a couple answers, and then you can provide me with the answer that you feel best fits. All right. So when was IE born? Your first answer is 1973. The second is 1975. The third is 1981. And the final and fourth answer is 1942.
I would go with 1981. I don't know.
Perfect. So the correct answer was actually 1973. So I'm sorry, but you did get the quiz segment of the podcast wrong. I would like to finish off with asking you if you could give one tip for either incoming students to the 2022 year, or as well any tips that you have for labbers in general.
I'm gonna have to think about this.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes. Okay. Let's go. So I can just answer, right? Because you made the question. So I'm gonna.
Yeah. That would work better.
Okay. So I would say to just enjoy uni years as much as they can, because they go by really quickly, and you don't even realize that until you're in your final year. And also regarding the labs, if you have the chance to just like join them and make the best out of them, and maybe even try something different. And even if you're studying law, maybe go into the communications lab or the startup lab, because it's always good to try something different, because eventually it's going to be harder sometimes to get an internship in a field which is different from the one you're actually studying for.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Elena, for taking time out of your day and coming to answer a few questions about IE. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. And once again, thank you for coming on the IE Communications podcast.
Of course. Thank you a lot for counting on me, and I hope to see you soon.
Awesome. Have a wonderful day, Elena.
Bye.
Lovers.